I don't think it's just algorithmic. I think I'm saying that right. But it's weird how we're normalizing like stuff that used to be more private, I guess. Well, or you know what? Here, just normalizing everything. Have you noticed that everything's got to be normalized now?
Yeah.
Just everything. I mean, I'm sure you've heard that term at least a few years now, but just like everything's got to be normalized.
Well, a lot of, okay, it's like I explained to you what happened with the kids, those 19-year-olds that they cut me out, and their behavior is just out of whack.
Yeah.
That, but they want that behavior to be okay. And they try to justify it in any way possible.
Yeah.
Or they try to manipulate people around them into thinking that they don't do those behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like, but they like behaving that way and they want that to be normal, but that is not normal, and it's not a normal that we want in our society.
Societal norms,
as the United States. Now, societal. This is what's great about the United States. Societal norms are different across the states.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's way different.
Countries.
Thank you. Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. The United States is like 50 different countries. Each one of them makes their own laws under the umbrella of the Constitution and the federal government. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, and those people get to elect how things are ran in those areas.
How they live in that state.
Exactly. Yeah. Am I the biggest fan of being in the Bible Belt and being around a bunch of, like, religion?
I do now.
Ideologically, no, but yes at the same time, because the behavior here is way better. And like, I've lived in many different places across the states, and I've seen the way things are normal in certain areas that I would consider taboo. Mm-hmm. Things that are like, you know, it's just go where you're accepted. You don't have to make the people around you accept you. There's a lot of area here, and there's a lot of different mindsets. Find the place that works for you instead of making everybody conform to you. Go to like-minded people. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't go around here telling the religious folk, you can't have religion. That's terrible. We don't like that. You know, we need to stop that. We need that to not be okay. Mm-hmm. You know. You
think we should bring more shame back in society?
Yes. Shame.
What was it? There's a big
integrity, accountability,
like all that. Yeah, just value. We need to add values to the culture. We've slowly, it sounds so like we're 60 years old, but we've lost so much, we've become more degenerate over, especially since the internet, man. I think. Because, like, even sexual type stuff, mm-hmm. It's a lot more open now. And again, we sound like old geezers when we complain about it, you know what I mean?
If you want to do weird things in your home, or in a place, in a place where it's accepted. You know, and a lot of times that isn't in the public sphere. Mm-hmm. You know, we all went to school. We need morals. We need morals is what it is.
Yeah.
And we have to understand morals. That, you know, this is why, like, when I'm out in public, I don't try to curse as minimal as possible, or especially if I'm around people. Mm-hmm. You know, like if I'm standing by myself or something, I don't mind it. But like if I'm walking by some little kids, I'm not going to go, oh, fuck, they're out of my shit. You know, I'm not going to do that. Or if there's some elderly lady there, like, I'm going to be respectful to those around me in the public sphere. Now at home, I'll curse like a sailor. Mm-hmm. I'll say some things that I probably shouldn't say. But guess what?
Oh, you do, man.
I'm at home.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's not going to be any misinterpretations. There's not going to be any feelings hurt. There's not going to be any weird shit going on. That's what you need to do. People need to realize that the public sphere and your personal things are, like, I don't want to watch people fist fight all day, but people go fist fight in their backyards. That's great. Keep it there.
Yeah.
Keep it at home. You know, like that degenerate stuff. Like, you want to dress up like a wolf? Do it at home. Don't go to the mall.
Sure. Like, if you do, shut down furry conventions?
No, because that's a convention. That's a place where they go to meet up for that.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
It's not like they're out in the
park. Make sure you're consistent, buddy.
But even if they're out in the park, you know, you're free to do whatever you want.
It's an event that they planned.
You're free to do whatever you want, but you can't expect everybody to accept it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And you can't be mad if they don't. Now, you can be mad if they're an asshole, but even then, they're allowed to be an asshole. Mm-hmm. Now, if they pursue on that behavior, then that's on them, and that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
And being an asshole is pretty well generally unaccepted. And even if I saw somebody that was being fucking weird, get made fun of, like, relentlessly when they were minding their own business, of course I'm gonna step in and help that person.
Yeah, that's different.
Like I don't care if I agree with what you're doing, but you're keeping to yourself. and these people are coming at you, no, get out of here.
Well, and it goes for everything. Don't make everything don't make one thing your personality. But the other thing is, it ties back into the unhealthy stuff. You ain't pushing it on nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that goes with society and what have you. When you were talking about, hey, if you're the outlier, don't be confused when everyone's all like, or not on board with it or what have you. What you were saying earlier.
Well, yeah, because you know. I mean,
Yeah,
when you've lived in society long enough and you know, and you can watch these behaviors and watch, like, if you go, you don't see anybody with freaking dressed up like a dog crawling on their hands and knees while somebody's walking. You don't see that because that's not normal.
Yeah.
You can do that at home, but out in public, you should be very reluctant to do that. And if there is negativity that comes your way, you have to accept it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I was just
and
gonna
a lot
tie
of
it back
times it's for
to-
attention.
Yeah.
They
That's a
want
huge
that
thing.
attention. Any attention is good attention to them, even if it's negative. It doesn't matter.
P.T. Barnum, man. P.T. Barnum, man.
Barnum.
I think he said any publicity or all publicity is good publicity.
Yep.
But I was just gonna tie it back to, hey, if they're just minding their own business, they aren't pushing it on no one. Straight up, like they're doing their own thing, like you said earlier too. Yeah.
Well, it's
that's the most important thing.
them. Okay, like a furry doing their furry thing, like dressing up like a dog walking around. Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to like mess with you, don't mess with me, kind of thing. It's that right there. I would consider no different than what I did, which was LARPing. You know, we would go to the public park, and we would hit each other with foam swords and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really like normal behavior, but at the same time, we're all engaging it with it ourselves. We're not taking up
anyone's space.
Yeah, we're very courteous of those around us and stuff, kind of thing. It's not like we're going into like where the kids are playing and trying to fight each other in there. No, we're out in the field.
That would be pretty funny. You just go to the park, beat the hell out of little kids while you're LARPing. These men don't know that this is our territory. Yeah,
reclaim the slides.
Yeah, that'd be a good video. The kids are like, "Can we have the monkey bars now?" No, you cannot.
You must win it in battle.
That'd be great. I love that. Yeah, that's what we need to do.
Yeah, you got like get in the ring. It's a 1-on-1, like a 5-year-old versus like a 30-year-old man.
It'd be pretty funny, like the kid wins though, just beating the hell out of the 30.
Oh boy, that just reminds me of that speech from Braveheart.
What's that?
The speech from Braveheart, like the Scottish guy getting up in front of everybody.
Taking it too serious.
I love it.